When you think about it, bro, I promise you that man was not prepared for this. Men are never prepared for the separation because by the time a woman wants to separate from you, dog, she been planning it for months. Now they got two children, man. They got a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old. So with that, just depending on what his money look like, man, that comes, child support, alimony.
The state and the woman looking at the saying, man, we got to put some insurance on this baby. Mama apply for health care for the baby. Okay, so now the baby get health insurance. Now the state saying, okay, come here, we want your ass, because now we got to take care of the woman and the baby.
It's just a bad situation, dog. I'm telling you.
Tell us the truth!
All right, so what's good, YouTube? It's your man, Book of AlphaRonomy, aka Doc BOA. Yep, I got time today. Sometimes men marry women who are very attractive, but they don't understand that in order for a marriage to work, if you're a masculine man, the woman must be feminine. And I'm gonna be honest with you, there are no feminine women in the WNBA. And Skylar Diggins' husband has just found that out. She has filed for divorce from the man, who is a former Notre Dame wide receiver, after just 8 years of marriage. And I say just 8 years because marriage was meant to last a lot longer than 8 years. You know what I mean? But his name is Daniel Smith, and according to TMZ, she just recently filed for divorce. Asked the people to drop Smith from her last name. Bro, she ain't even divorced yet. And she's telling the people to drop Smith from her last name. She don't even want to carry the man's name no more. You understand? But this is what happens when you let a woman keep her last name and then hyphenate your name. She just want to drop it. You know what I'm saying? Her name was Diggins-Smith. Nope. You're going to drop your daddy name and take my name. Your daddy name ain't relevant no more. You ain't going to never get it back no more. But here's the thing. They separated in November 2024, which is just a few months ago. And when you think about it, bro, I promise you that man was not prepared for this. Men are never prepared for the separation. Because by the time a woman wants to separate from you, dog, she been planning it for months. Now they got two children, man. They got a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old. So with that, just depending on what his money look like, man, that comes, child support, alimony. It's just a bad situation, dog. I'm telling you. Now, here's the funny thing about divorce in America. You as a man can decide, okay, I'm not finna be with this woman or this kid. This woman don't want to do things the way I want her to do it. I'm just finna fall back. They call you, you broke, you abandoned your family, you did all of these different things, something wrong with you, you ain't quite right, and blah, blah, blah. Listen to Charleston White.
The state and the woman looking at the saying, man, we got to put some insurance on this baby. Mama apply for health care for the baby. Okay, so now the baby get health insurance. Now the state saying, okay, come here, we want your ass, because now we got to take care of the woman and the baby. The ain't put him on child support just yet. She normally still in love with him. She catching him cheating. He have a baby somewhere else. Now she put his ass on child support. She young and immature in her feelings, done caught her cheating with your best friend. Now you can't see the baby. He got another baby over here. So that's normally the role play, huh?
Now the people in comments will go ham about this. But then with this woman right here turn around with a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old and say, I don't want to be with this man no more, and I don't even want his last name on my name no more, and then she goes about her business, no one calls the broad out for doing the exact same thing, for breaking up the home, for taking the father out of the household for these young children. No one says anything. She's strong. She deserves to be happy. She deserves to have the man that she wants. If the man ain't fulfilling her dreams and goals, then she deserves to go on. And they say all of these things. And I tell you, if a man decides that being in a relationship with this woman and taking care of these kids in the house with her ain't for him, he deserves to leave too and go find some joy. Go find a woman that is going to give him shut up and is in obedience. Am I saying abandon the responsibility for your children? No. I'm saying take care of your children financially and give as much time as you can or you want to. But once this situation is over, you get the dip, just like this man in this marriage. When a woman leaves you like this and says, okay, I'll take my children and go be by myself, man, you have the right to just send money. You have the right, because that woman will lord over you via your emotional attachment to those children, man, and she'll have control of you still while she with another man. She just wants to be addressed as Skylar Diggins moving on, man. I think that's a heck of a way, man, to say things, man, about the man that you've been with for 8 years. You know what I'm saying? For the first thing you want is for Smith to be off of your name. And somebody might say, well, he might have cheated on her. So what? So what if a man have another woman? Long as a man ain't trying to replace his wife with the woman, man, women just need to sit down and shut up about that. So what? The man have another woman. You know you ain't been putting out a performing intimately for that man like you used to, like you know you should. If you're a woman and you know deep down inside you have not been performing sexually the way you need to for your man, you shouldn't have no problem with him getting it from somewhere else. You really shouldn't. You really shouldn't. Women have been getting money from other men for years. I personally know situations where financial hardship hit people and a woman went and called on a man that she knew and got some money out of him. And you know she ain't getting no money without giving up no honey. You know this. And so when you think about it, bro, I just look at it and I say, man, listen, bro, you just got to know that a career woman is not worth marrying. You know what I'm saying? And this woman is a WNBA player. She's actually pretty good. In the 2024 season, she averaged 15.1 points per game. She played all 40 regular season games, and she averaged 6.4 assists, 2.6 rebounds, and 1.7 steals, and almost a block per game. So she's a very productive player, and she was also good. She played at the University of Notre Dame. But here's what you got to understand, man: a career woman looks at you in comparison to her career. She don't care nothing about your love. She looks at you in comparison to her career. Now here you were, this Notre Dame wide receiver. Obviously, you don't play in the league. She does play in the league. However pale that league is by comparison to men's professional leagues, she still plays in it. And here's a woman who said, okay, I believe that this marriage is holding my career back. I need to go back and focus on my career. And it's crazy that a woman would believe that going to focus on her career, she got a better chance of success as a single mom. You know what I'm saying? Without the father in the home, she has a better chance of success while being a single mom. And I'm telling you, dog, man, if I was married to a woman, dog, and I'm putting everything I have into that relationship, man, to that marriage, man, for all these years, and that woman just up and decide, man, she want to leave, man, fuck her and them children, dog. I'm finna go on about my life, man. I don't care what y'all might say, man, that's low down and dirty, dog, but, man, I got to look out for me. You put yourself in a situation, dog, that man been with that woman 8 years. It's going to take him 2 or 4 years to recover from the emotional fallout of investing yourself fully into a marriage and a family and then losing it. It takes 2 to 4 years. So, man, you got to fall back for a while. And you may end up just falling back forever, man. It's a woman's fault when she breaks up a marriage. If the man don't ever see his kids no more, that's the woman's fault. You stay your ass in the marriage so your children could grow up in the home with their father. Then when your children are grown and gone, then you leave the man if that's what you want to do. Men do it all the time. Why you think Michael Jordan didn't leave till his children was out the house? He left when they was out the house because he needed to be there. And as soon as they were gone, as soon as they were old enough and gone to college, man, he got rid of that woman. But he at least stayed there so the woman wouldn't be a single mom. Man, a woman will choose to be a single mom. If you're a woman and you with a man and y'all have children and you choose to leave that man, you are choosing to be a single mom. And as a man, don't you dare let a woman control you in a situation like that. Well, these still your kids. Oh, bitch, did you think they were my kids when you just up and left with them? No, them your kids. Since you want to take power and prestige with them like that, them your kids. They'll bill to me. I'm going to pay the bill, but don't call me by nothing else. And somebody may say, man, them kids going to get grown one day and blah, blah. Yeah, and if they ain't smart enough to realize that their mama is the reason, then forget them. I don't care what they think. If you're not, you ain't really my kid, no way. Somebody else might be your dad. If you ain't smart enough to realize that your mama is the reason that I wasn't around, if you can't understand that your mama left your dad and then that's the reason he ain't around because he ain't no sucker finna be, playing the game by her rules when everything was straight in his opinion, man, I don't care nothing about that. Think what you want to think about me. Look, you can think what you want to think about me, but I don't care what you say. You got to blame your mama. Don't blame me, blame your mama. And that's what men should be saying. That's what this guy should be saying. And this is what Skylar Diggins and women like her should be willing and able to deal with because they're the ones who make these decisions, right? Like this video on your way out. If you enjoyed the content, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. When you subscribe, click that notification bell. Make sure your notifications are on so you can be alerted to when I upload some more of this Prism of the Ism. And as always, Alpha's up, Beta's down. Peace.